this will be for the month of May, so I'm kind of jumping it ahead here, guys. I don't use this deck often, so I will refer to the book on this a little bit here, but when I do tarot following that, it will kind of tie in and make more sense to you. Everybody's going to be making different decisions, different dates. You won't be making it all on a Monday or a Wednesday, so again, just be mindful of the general energy of this read, and again, just take it as it resonates. So again, I would say some of you may be going through the energy, some of you may be a little further out. Again, it just depends on how it is relative to your circumstance. Either way, you all make decisions, different dates, and grow at different rates. So Scorpio energy is what I have out here. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So that is the first card out. And then following that, we also have the fourth house. So your home and the roots of your being are also at the forefront here. And we also have the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. And that is the two more cards to go. Second house, your assets, finances, and the things that you value. Obviously, finances is a big ruling energy here for the month of May. So the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So there's something here around this that I'm kind of getting a sense that it's going to be a tense period around you, but it is also a learning curve. There's something here that you need to learn in regards to finances and all of that. So we'll just start it with the general energy first and kind of see how it plays out. Okay, so again, these are the big energies, and then we'll tie it into the energies that follow, which will be tarot. So right now we are looking at Scorpio energy. So Scorpio energy is water sign, but it's also a very powerful, dynamic sign, zodiac sign. So it's a lot more secretive, and the energy around it is very charismatic, mysterious, and almost like the high priestess energy, really. So this could be you or someone else around you that has sort of a magnetic energy around about them that has that comes into play here. But it's also a time of great transformation. So there's something here about quietness, the aloofness, that energy being appealing in some way to others, and it creates more of an exotic sort of energy around you. Now, there's also something here that kind of refers to healing. So there is spirit, sorry guys, spiritual support here as well. There's kind of, there is sort of an intense power with this card, but it's also that ability to penetrate very deeply to get to the root of matter of something. So if there is envy or possessiveness or any kind of negativity or something around you, this helps to bring all of that to the surface. So it's the things that are hidden, the things that you can't make sense of. So it's sort of an energy as well of waiting for something to happen. So this could be where you're at in terms of the month of May, but there is still great power at your disposal with this card. So use it wisely, as they say, with great responsibility, comes great, or with great power comes great responsibility. So there's something about an intensity of feelings, and that you're really in touch with the force of the universe, so to speak. So that's the main energy out here. We also have the fourth house. Now, the fourth house is that energy around. I'm just going to pull that one forward here because, again, I don't use this deck very often, but this one seems to be around, again, your roots, your home, your foundation, anything that kind of speaks to domestic matters. So there could be some kind of improvements or something around finance that seems to be quite significant around this, something of a learning curve, something also about parent or child or something here where there could be, anyway, the home seems to be the rooted matter of things. So something around the home, something around your foundations that's influencing here, and finances is also there again. So there is something here also about comfortable improvements, domestic matters, all of that could be around family, and again, the house specifically, something getting an upgrade or improving in some way. Okay, so we're on to the 10th house, tell about completion or finishing up with something here, but this also speaks to the highest status of a situation. So it feels like your reputation, how you're perceived in the world, what you consider a level of status or achievement or fame is something that seems to be also at the forefront here. So this is something that you want to achieve. This could be in relation to a new job or an opportunity or something that you seek, but there is an opportunity for you to contribute or stand out in some way. Also, there's a driving ambition as well with this card. So it does sort of speak to power as well as achievements, status, wanting to be known for something. And this is where you can actually go ahead and achieve the things that you want to, what you really want for yourself. A lot of dynamic celebrity kind of status that goes with all of this. So again, centers around your home front and your foundation and those around you. That seems to be the center of focus. Okay, so now we're on to the second house. Okay, so the second house is all about creating things of substance. So there's something very real about resources, money, again, possessions, things that are permanent and stable to you that seem to be on your mind, whether you have the potential to gain or lose something. It seems to be, we'll pull out the tarot and sort of see where that goes. But right now there is a real chance for you to increase your earning potential, and certainly it's a cost outcome for yourself. So now we're going to pull just the general cards and see where things go. Oh, actually there is one more there too. Sorry about that. So we also have a card of Saturn, and the Saturn card does indicate that, let's pull that one forward. Sorry guys, again, I don't use this one very often, but we'll rely on the tarot to flesh out some of these main energies and see where that goes. But Saturn, again, there's just a lot around the home front and foundation and your finances being the focus, irregardless. So just know that that is the direction we are looking at here, because it says the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So win or lose, definitely the card is indicating you have to learn something in this month. So be very cautious with your moves because of all the cards that are playing out around it seem to be around family and stability. But there is something in regards to status and raising yourself to another level as well. This is a card of slowing down, and maybe because you were slowing down because of a struggle, but it's also a time for self-examination and careful building. You're gathering up the strength, you're gathering up the information. It's very controlled, self-sufficient energy that will strengthen over time, but right now that energy is speaking to learn from, what mistakes you've had to encounter in the past, all around the foundation, all around the money. It's about personal growth and wisdom here. And then, as I said, there's a lot of chance for personal growth and moving that ahead and more energy around drawing attention to yourself further out. But right now, this is about learning through those fears and conquering those fears. So you could be going through some levels of anxiety, but there's some peace at the end of it because of the lessons that you've undergone. So again, there's something that speaks to gain in this time as well, turning lead into gold. And again, every cloud has a silver lining. So just to make sure that you're looking for it. And that's really what this is about. Again, there could be improvements to the home front here as well. But there's definitely achievements that will be for the long term. So now we're going to do the tarot cards and see where that leads us. Okay, so what is coming in for Gemini? What's coming in for Gemini in the month of May? What's coming in for Gemini in the month of May? What's coming in for Gemini in the month of May? What's coming in for Gemini in the month of May? What's coming in for Gemini in the month of May? What are the big energies? You do have a lot of concern, a lot of fear. Could be self-sabotaging energy, things that you're doing to yourself. Oh, you have a lot of worry and concern over something. For sure, you're in your head. A lot of anxiety going on here for you. Why this anxiety? It's definitely around money. Money's coming in too slow. Something's taking too long around. Still taking the practical steps, doing doing the right things. This could also be around somebody's 20s, 30s. That would represent as somebody who's quite structured on the average, but tends to be very moving in the things that they do. But there is something about a concern or worry around this as well. So is this a person, or for others, this could be, again, just strictly money, but there is a situation that's healing there. So what is the healing situation that's going on? Okay, the healing situation is after a situation that was a tower, and that's a big one. It's over. That's over. The Ten of Swords means that is a completed cycle. You may still be, of course, in the residual energy of it because of the 8, the 9, and the 10, and of course the Tower and all of the negativity here. But this is something that's past. This is something that you're already through, and this is just a matter of waiting for the healing cycle to occur. And again, the healing cycle is about more than one person, clearly. It's about a relationship concept, that or dynamic that has been obviously impacted with something quite significant. So let's see what is coming in for May. Even though you're really worried and you're really locked in your head here about the situation, is there something positive that's coming out of that? Yeah, there is a new start here with this situation. So I would say that there's more of a carefree, more of a, but again, and there will be some positive moments coming in with that Knight of Cups. There is something of a pause and a wait for a situation to kind of go forward. Could be 3 weeks, 3 months. On one, but I would still say it's definitely very strongly correlated around a connection that's very important to you. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it is a significant connection where there's still a lot of inner struggle or battle in around this. A lot of inner struggle, more so for you, I would say, but this could be specifically around finances or something that impacted the finances. There is a younger person here. There's also a new start or some kind of new situation that will result from that, which will be in around money. But what is some of the positives that will come through here? Again, it's been something that was a hardship. So it was nobody really won. It felt like things didn't go forward. Again, there's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius also relative here. So this can be, communication that was a little bit more brisk. The card that wanted to come out here was the World card. So it looks like the situation pretty much has resulted in a finished cycle. You've completed it. It's a successful situation, meaning, there's nothing really more that you have to get from that scenario. It'll play out differently now because you are now moving into, you've taken some lessons from it and you will move forward differently. So, but again, is this communication? What is this Queen of Swords coming in here as well? Could be a relationship or connection where there is distance. Communication could be some issues, but there is some kind of a new financial start. There's also some kind of new money or something here that's coming in. There's some kind of a new opportunity. There's clarity. There's communication. There's something very strongly coming in as a gift from the universe. This is something that's going to be very positive in the month of May. What is this gift from the universe? What is this coming in? You're getting communication. There's like on 3 different fronts. It's like clear communication, a warm, positive, giving scenario. What is this cups? Something about another figure or having more tradition or having more authority or having more stability. It's affecting or impacting all of these things. It's definitely impacting the resources, the money situation for sure. But things seem much more stable. Now, there is still a sense of some heartbreak or conflict in there. There's still some withdrawn energy. Resources could also be back, not going in any spendthrift way, but there is definitely more money coming in here for the month of May. But I would say that it's almost a sense of dealing through heartbreak, like you're closed off somewhat, quite a bit actually in this period for May, because there has been a heartbreak and there has been emotions that have not really been dealt with in a connection. So again, whatever this connection is for you, I see more than one person here. Male, female figure, but you're in the end cycle of it. So this is really just residual energy. And again, you've got all these 10s coming out, this hardship, this difficulty. What's coming in now? Immediately, you're seeing growth, exponential growth. There is more of a reconnection. There's a younger person, someone that you thought you didn't have any positive sort of, reconnection with, but all of this seems to be turning around. So, like I said, what I see here is pretty amazing cards for you. Let's just do the time travelers on there, but there is some very good things coming through for you despite your reservations. Money and connections are starting to surface in more positive way for you, Gemini. Let's just see what else is coming in. What else is coming in for Gemini in the month of May? What else is coming in for May in the month, or in the month of May for Gemini? Purification. Okay, we'll look that one up. This is a new deck for me. And Vast Vistas, 2 more. Transcending and Miracles. And we did see that card come out with the Nine of Pentacles. So, and I do see prominently another card just sort of fell out, which is the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius card. Fair, balanced information. Something is coming through. There is a decision. There's something that is coming through that's quite positive that is going to impact you in the month of May. All right, so let's check out what is the miracle. There will be some kind of a miracle coming in for you. So it'll be interesting to see what that is for many of you, if not, the majority. But miracles, this is the message is be open to the miracles that are waiting for you. Release your doubt. Watch for them. Know that you don't have to do it all by yourself. It's important that you don't limit the way that miracles appear in your life by trying to control the flow or by having expectations. Be open to allow the Creator to resolve challenges for you in mysterious and amazing ways. When they arrive, allow immense gratitude to fill your heart, even if they don't come in the form that you expected. Be open to celebrating each one, no matter how small. Success begets success. And remember, failure is a part of success. It's not you fail or you succeed. Failure is a part of success. To fail fast so that you can get to the success faster. So noticing the small wonders will allow great gifts from Spirit to expand in your life. Hold the thought in your heart that your life is a miracle, and indeed it will be. Okay, card. Again, this is a new deck for me, so I don't have all of these ones down. But we'll go back to the tarot here in just a minute. So we've also got 33, which is, 39. That's transcending. So it looks like you're actually going through a judgment period here. So this is the card that talks about rising above the mundane circumstances of your life. So through the focus power of your mind, it is possible to let go of ordinary concerns and enter a more wide perspective. Transcending a negative or unhelpful situation is a kind of transformation of self. With focused discipline, all things are possible. Positive changes are ahead. Old structures, beliefs, and ideas dropping away as you transcend into an altered reality of your life. Trust your psychic senses and your intuition. So that's really the Tower card, essentially. So everything that has needed to change has really fallen away, and now you're in a space of really allowing for the new vast vista to arrive. And of course, this one is, let's see, what is this one here? This is all about seeing the bigger picture, the broader horizon. This is not a time to think small. Think outside the box for your answers. There is the potential of big changes that are coming in up ahead. So be willing to be unconventional in your thoughts, your projects, your relationships, your ideas, how you approach people. Know that you can choose any direction you desire, but before you go forward, look in all directions to see the potential outcomes. Vast vistas are ahead. It's easy to get caught up in the small details of life and forget the bigger view. Something expected may be sneaking up behind you, but if you're ready for it, it won't wobble your life. When you view life from a greater perspective, you can make the best decisions. This is of expansion and even a time of travel and new adventures. So if you receive an opportunity for travel, go for it. If you step into a different direction in life, don't hesitate. So there's almost a sense of potential travel for some of you here. And we are looking at purification. So again, this feels like they all work in hand, absolutely. So this one, it's like renewal after a time of, destruction. So, this is where you're starting to clear through that. You're receiving messages. It's really where things start to get organized. You're releasing the things that old belief systems, the things, block you in taking steps forward and, halt you from raising your vibration. So basically, it's taking a look at your environment internally, externally, and really trying to, drink fresh water, consume things that are healthier for you. That goes for thoughts as well as internal things that will benefit you, because this is a time for you to regenerate basically in the month of May. Let's just ask a couple more questions here and see what else we get. What else is coming in the month of May? What would be the main energies out here in the month of May for Gemini that's positive? What positive things would be coming in? There is going to be something very positive come through. And hello there, Huncho. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But what would be some of the positive things here that Gemini has to look for in the month of May? Okay, there is some good information. There's some that is moving forward in a positive direction. Okay, this one is actually more for, this is just for Gemini for the month of May. But if you have a question, feel free and ask, and I will answer it just at the very end, just so I can confuse the read. Why is the toxicity card here? Why is the devil card here? Why is the devil card here? There's something unhealthy, something toxic, something that may still be coming in the month of May. Why is this here? You're protected from any kind of negativity. There's a healing that's coming in. So whatever this negative energy was, whatever this, heavy, it just seems like it's being nullified, it's being voided out. What is the good information that's coming in with the Knight of Cups? What is coming in with the Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups, what is the energy coming in there? Okay, there is a give and take, more reciprocity in a situation. So again, this could be somebody's 20s to 30s, but there is going to be a lot more opening up to you after a time of some heavy toxicity. But again, the Six of Cups means that there's something here of a healthier connection versus what it previously was. So yeah, I just feel like overall that combination does speak to more of a gesture, represents somebody who is, again, doesn't have to be romantic, doesn't have to be feeling. I will answer your question for you, Huncho, as well. I'm going to read it here in just a second. I just want to go through this card here with the Knight of Cups and Six of Pentacles. But either way, I just feel like your emotions are heightened. There may be some level of, toxicity that you're still a little bit tied to in terms of passions or connections or how something is received. But I still feel like overall there is going to be some kind of an offer of connection or reciprocity or some kind of a gift giving or something here that puts you in more of a positive space. So someone might be expressing emotions as well at this time. But either way, I just feel like there is a sense of something that's more positive overall. Like I said, the Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, it seems to be more of a gesture of, like, there's financial aspects here. Oh, okay. Thanks very much, Hansho. But yeah, what I do see there is that it's more of a suggestion to, like I said, Six of Pentacles, it's an earth suit. So, I mean, there's just more of a balance and more giving equally, in a situation. So, again, this can be a relationship or a connection to somebody 20s, 30s, younger person. But either way, I just feel like there's more balance coming in for you, even though you're really worried about it. And there's a lot of mental anguish and concern over something, not being fair or supportive. But I feel like there is more generosity, there is more support. There is going to be, a returned favor or more give and take, more flow overall, something like that. But whatever that practical assistance is, or that gift giving, or that sense of balance, that mutual understanding, that mutual care, that kind of thing, it's a gesture. And there is more of a meeting of, meeting of the minds, a meeting of support. But like I say, I just feel like overall there's a deeper emotional exchange happening here, so it feels like there's more of a healing. So whatever connection you didn't have, there was more toxicity around it, or things weren't really healthy. I just feel like there's more well-being overall. It starts out probably a little bit in the Nine of Wands zone and or the Nine of Swords zone and all of that, where you're really concerned, you're really not sure something is going to go in a positive, meaningful way, and then all of a sudden it starts to turn and heal, and things are restored, and there's more of a supportive relationship regained or balanced out. So there might be, I want to just ask one last thing. Is there an issue? Because there is something that's going to be an emotional gesture that really is going to be touching for you. I feel that's going to help things out. There is grounded information here, grounded, financial things, sort of in the wings, but you're kind of tying up a whole bunch of cycles here. Like it looks like you're in the end throes of all this negativity. So it's just residual. That's why you're still feeling it. You're still thinking about it. Okay. Is there anything really negative as an obstacle that's coming in for Gemini in the month of May? No, not really. This is all energy that you're going away from. Like anything, all that negativity and toxicity is really you just up in your head thinking the worst. You do have the ability to kind of set things into motion, onto a new path. So swords is you're distancing yourself away from um the negativity, the things that didn't work out. And the Fool card, of course, is talking about going into that new journey and really looking at things from a liberating sort of standpoint. So it just feels like you're getting mentally clear. There's more peace toward the end of the month. And I feel like your decisions will start to free up. You'll start to explore things a little differently and think of more possibilities, because it feels like you're starting to step away from that heavier energy and start to believe in things again. So again, there's a bit of a turning point, but the main energies out here don't seem to be that you're feeling that fresh start. It's the main energy seem to be that you're tying up the loose ends, getting rid of the things that were negative and repressing for you. So again, you're really worried about all this stuff and concerned about a fresh start, new beginning, and then it's like everything just starts to unfold, and it's like you kind of give into what's starting to happen. You're starting to realize that things beyond your control, even though you might have tried to control situations, things that were beyond your control are starting to work out. Things are underway. There's definite improvements. Let's just ask something even in terms of your health as well, if that really relates to the same. But it just feels like there is more, again, residual energy of tying things up. You're getting rid of all the toxic thoughts, the toxic beliefs. What is let me just see here. Last card, last question of this for Gemini there. Sorry, give me 2 seconds here. Is there something to look forward to in the month of June? Why the Seven of Wands? Yeah, you got to prove. You still are kind of, again, it feels like June is still going to be kind of, up against some of the some of this energy. Feels a little heavier to kind of push through. So that's why I say doesn't feel like you're getting through it in any quick way, even though you're in the last throes of it. You're still dragging it out as long as possible for the reasons that you need to learn from the situation. So again, it just feels like you are maybe a little bit defensive, still facing some obstacles, or still feeling as though you have to be more persevering and resilient in a situation. Let's just ask one on your health, but it just feels like you feel a lot more fear, inner fear to sort of deal with yet. So there's still a certain sense of feeling attacked in this month here, even though I see no direct energy of that. It's just you feel like you have to assert yourself in some way. Okay, what are the health cards looking like for Gemini? What are the health cards looking like for Gemini? Health cards for Gemini. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune sort of ebbs and flows, and yeah, everything is looking good there. So if you were, because the Wheel of Fortune, like I say, does feel like you're at a turning point. You're at some kind of a turning point here where things are starting to turn around, which on so many levels, that's what I'm seeing here. It's a cycle, it's a change that you were shifting out of. You do have some good luck in this situation, even in terms of your health. I feel like your mental well-being, all of that is going to improve a little further out. Usually this takes sort of the course of a year. It's like an ongoing cycle, but you have to focus on maintaining balance in all these areas of your life, to keep your health on the positive side of the wheel, which I do see that seems to be where it's headed. So again, I just feel like overall, taking a look at some of those past habits, and there's going to be some improvements, despite I do see that devil card out there. So I just feel over the long term, there is more improvement. I don't feel like this is quick improvement for you, but I just feel like overall there's going to be some improvement. Sun card definitely tells me that um, there is almost some illumination or information that might come through. Again, Leo energy might also be relevant here as well, but it just feels like, warmer places, warmer climates, those kinds of things can be very good for you as well. You just, overall, your health feels like you are feeling a lot more like you're overcoming things, you're overcoming fears. And so overcoming these fears, it's almost like it improves your vitality. Your emotions are very strongly connected to your health. That's what I'm going to tell you right now, because based on that, that will determine really, and it coincides for a lot of people anyway, but it just in particular to you, it feels like you are making a rapid recovery from an illness, but it's definitely motivated by your emotions. So be very aware of that, because it can also, throw you back. But overall, I feel like you're overcoming your fears, and anything that's more fluctuating, like colds or lighter things, those kinds of things are going to clear here as well. Okay, on to my questions. All right, so what do we have? Okay. Okay, well, I don't do hexes, that kind of thing, but I definitely believe in energy work for sure. Um, I think what you put out, you get back. Sometimes it comes back in ways that you wouldn't expect. So I'm very careful about things like that. I think that, protection energy or protective qualities around someone is better energy to focus on, so that, it's, sorry, I'm just reading your questions there, Huncho. You had a married couple who came up against you spiritually. Jamila, what is it that's, I don't understand. They tried to destroy you. They took time to spy on you. Hey, so what is your question though? No, people can be, when people feel that you have something more to offer, or that you are playing small and you don't see your own value, your own worth, you often will be attacked, in different ways. And whether that's jealousy or otherwise, people, we don't always see our own worth, but other people do. And that's how they look to obstacles or creating chaos or disrupt things around us, so that we're preoccupied and you never really fall into your own measure of success or level of confidence. You lost so much due to her playing in your energy. What is it that you're asking though, Huncho? Shall I ask if there's anything more positive coming in for you? Is there something positive coming in for Huncho? What does Huncho have to what does have to look forward to in the next few months? Okay, I'll ask that one too. So first off, let's look for something positive that's coming in. What's coming in for Huncho? Well, I do see something positive there. Just as a side note, why is the Queen of Cups here? Why is the Queen of Cups here with the Four of Pentacles? Why is the Queen of Cups here with the Four of Pentacles? Why is the Queen of Cups, sorry, with the Four of Pentacles? Okay, and is there any money that's coming in for Huncho? I do see money. Why is the Knight of or the King of Pentacles here? Why is the King of Pentacles here in terms of money coming in? Oh, and there's the Tower. Why is the Tower here? Wow. What is the wish fulfillment? And the Hermit. I feel like your luck is changing, Huncho. what is going to happen when this tower hits? Okay, and what's going to happen with Jamila? What's going to happen with Jamila and her partner? Okay, just so you know, that card came out as a balance card. Things are going to be just, things are going to turn around in regards to that. Okay, so, well, definitely you have some excellent cards coming in here, and even in terms of finances. So I'm just going to start out with what I see here. So again, we are looking at the Queen of Cups. So now this, I don't know who this is for you, but Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, this could be somebody that's holding back their energy, holding back their resources. Definitely sort of speaks to someone who is not opening up either way. This is normally somebody who's compassionate, emotional, that kind of thing, very in touch with their feelings, and generally tends to be more connecting and you know, self-care, all of that. But so again, this could also be you know, needing to focus on more self-care as well, but we'll maybe clarify that. But either way, I just feel like a really calm environment would be ideal for you at this time, and just to keep yourself in a paying attention to your emotions, because it's going to impact your physical health here as well. I do feel like a lot is happening for you in the concrete world, so to speak, meaning financially, your security seems to be improving, actually, your finances. As a matter of fact, there's going to be something that surprisingly comes in that gives you wish fulfillment. So I mean, I don't know where this is coming from. This could be emotionally, but I do feel like there's something that's going to be more positive here. I feel like you're hanging on to your resources, or you're hanging on very tightly to something that, you know, gives you a feeling of this, you know, gives you a feel emotionally. You just feel like you're guarded in some way here. There's a lot of you're not flexible in kind of balancing something out, even though I still see further out. This is not the immediate energy, but this is clarifiers down here. So further out, it feels like there is going to be more stability, more routine, more along interconnected sort of interconnected basis between your physical and your emotional. That's what I would say there. There's a lot there about self-care and stability needing to be kind of worked out in your emotional life. But it's almost like there is more of a focus on the finances versus everything else. So for whatever seems to be happening here, it seems like there's a lot, could be even on a contractual basis, could be a court dynamic or something like that, because the card does, Libra and Aquarius is also coming up here as well. And a Cancer sign, water sign, seems to be prevalent as well. But it just feels like you're holding on to the emotional wounds or the stress, or like it just feels like you're very not trusting for sure, even though I see cards further out that kind of speak to that changing. So again, there's something about hanging on to your resources, hanging on to being almost quiet about how you're going forward with your new start. Like I say, the Four of Pentacles is really someone who can find the resources with money, but and there is something here about a new start. Maybe it's a new way of making money, something like that. But either way, it could be a job, I guess, but further out. But I don't really think that's specifically what it is. It just feels like there's something here about your being very supported with your finances. And something that you want is coming in, not in the next immediate future, because these are clarifiers down here, but it's almost like the next tower moment that kind of throws you off in around finances. Could be in around somebody who represents as, you know, very stable figure here as well, because the King of Pentacles tends to be somebody who has a job, or has, you know, a good business sense, or has, you know, the resources to make things happen. Definitely higher ranking person, but also somebody who has you know, learned a lot along the way. King of Pentacles has higher status, business person, that kind of thing. Very mature sort of energy, whether it's you or somebody else. So, and again, that could be around a work situation, but usually that person's very self-employed. So there's something here. Well, thank you, Huncho. Message very accurate. But Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, very strongly Virgo coming in here as well. A lot of information or something that's coming in, but there's something around that professional contact, practical, responsible person that again, could be legal situation that involved here, but everything seems to turn around in your favor. So whatever did not look like it was going in a certain direction is somehow being returned to you. Something is being returned to you. And again, it's finances. It's something that you wanted. It's not something that the universe is just bringing in and saying, here, just take it. It's, what we consider is good for you. This is something you actually want. So again, whatever has been going on for you, you're doing a lot of sort of soul searching and trying to figure things out, mastermind, maybe, something with information. But there's good news coming in here, and it's going to help you to advance forward. And again, if this is a professional relationship in terms of business, its air sign is also relevant here too. I see a lot of people. Again, air sign, water sign, and for sure, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius of energy here, but I see a lot of business energy here. So I feel like what was taken away is going to be returned to you, and there will be fairness in this situation. So something's going to be given back to you. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight, but keep moving forward, guys. I think your read, Huncho, is, yeah, it's good. I would not worry about whatever was taken away. It is going to right itself. Yeah, I do feel like your sense of purpose is being realigned here. Like I said, you've got a new start, the grounded start. It's something that has a good foundation and a good payoff. And it's definitely communication news of that coming in. Probably not this month, like in the month of May, probably just in June or something pretty close to that. I mean, everybody's energy is a little bit different. That as far as Jamila, the card, I only asked the one what was happening with her. It feels like there's going to be something that balances out there. Let me ask one more thing there. And again, that could be contractual or court system or something there, but it's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. But is Jamila finished from, like, is she out of Huncho's life? Is Jamila out of Huncho's life or no going to be a factor or a concern? I still see that battle. That battle's still around you, but yep, that toxicity's still around you. I don't feel like it's gone, but it's staying away from you in some way. It's still in around your resources, still in around the finances, but is Huncho safe from any further interaction with Jamila? Is Huncho safe from any further interaction with Jamila? I mean, the card did come out as balancing things out, but she seems very preoccupied with you. Real disappointment there. Lot of, yeah, it's over. It's over for sure. 10 of Wands, it's done. But that energy coming from her is still, you still have a lot of worry and anxiety over it for sure. What was the motivating factor around why she went after Huncho? And she barely knew you and just came up against you. And the husband was spying on along with others. Why did she go after Huncho? Well, there's the connection. It's a lover's connection. Why is the lover's card here? Something coming in quick. You might learn of what it is here pretty soon. It looks like, I don't know if this is third party or some kind of, what is the Three of Cups? Huge communication coming in. Something is going to be very positive for you. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness, something that you're wanting to manifest, just so you know. I believe that, what happened with her had something to do with, there was third party, and it looked like finances was kind of the factor. Why did she go up against Huncho? Why did she go up against Huncho? Why the dark card? Yeah, you're just in a period of healing. I think just staying away from her is the best way to deal with it, because it to me, it was like there was a third party. Younger person might also have been involved here, but there was stagnancy, indecision, or a decision to be made. Yeah, I just feel like that energy was not, it just wasn't positive. Like I said, all that came out with regards to her were very negative, even though your world is starting to turn around here and you're going to have more of a complete turnaround. But like I said, you're in the tail end of it. 9 to 10, you know, you're up in your head. There's a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety with the Nine of Swords. So I mean, that's you self-imposed, really, in my mind. You're just kind of working, letting kind of work overtime, but overall, staying away from is the best thing. I don't feel like there's any direct issue as far as, let me ask one more. Is there any concern that she will return or cause harm to Huncho? Well, I'm going to tell you this. When I saw your thing there about any love coming in for you, ready to step into your next chapter, the cards that came out was yes and yes. So just so you know, I was coming in, not in the month of May necessarily, because there's a lot of negative workup going on there, but probably a little further out over the next 3 months. But what do I see there? Is Jamila out of the picture for now? Is she out of the picture and not a concern? No harm to come to Huncho? Yeah, you're moving on. I just feel like she's from the past. Yeah, that's the card that's coming up too. She's in the past. The Tower card, it's all in the past. Yeah, you are onto a different thing now entirely, Huncho. You're onto, more money, more profit. I see family. I see good things for you. Really positive things starting to turn around for you. She's still in the background. I mean, if you pay attention, you give her a response, she's going to respond and she'll be around longer. But I would say, for the most part, turning a blind eye is going to help you to kind of stay focused on your own world. It's like putting a white energy field around you to protect yourself so that they can't see you in a sense. You know what I mean? They can energy, but they can't interject. They can't affect, how it impacts your day. But like I said, I see really good things for you. And I think something very soon is going to turn around that's going to turn your world emotionally as well. Oh, you're welcome. It was nice to meet you, Huncho. So I will say to all good night. I have to got another bit tomorrow, so I will try to do some other readings here. I might just do one more for Cancer before I head to bed here, but either way, keep moving forward. And you are blessed, Huncho. Don't worry. You absolutely have good stuff coming in. Just don't give more attention because she is very near, and if you feed it, you fuel it. Anyway, keep moving forward, guys, and see you in the next read.